ready for a deep dive. Today we're going deep into the Bible.
Going deep. I like it.
We're looking at John 17, but centers around a prayer of Jesus. And, it's
Powerful stuff.
it really is. And I'm so glad you sent this over.
Absolutely.
Because I think, we talk a lot about kind of this idea of unity and what it means to belong. And this prayer really gets at the heart of it.
Yeah.
So for those who maybe aren't as familiar, can you kind of set the scene for us? What's going on? Who's Jesus talking to?
Yeah, so we're in the Gospel of John, chapter 17. This is like the upper room discourse right before Jesus is arrested.
Yeah.
And he's praying. And he's praying for his disciples, but he's also praying for you and me, for all future believers.
He's praying for us.
He's praying for us.
Right.
And what he's praying for is this deep, abiding unity among believers.
Okay, so not just like unity of thought, like we all agree on everything.
Right. It's not just about seeing eye to eye on every theological detail. It's much deeper than that. He says, just as you are in me and I am in you, may they also be in us. He's talking about a unity that reflects the very relationship between him and God the Father. So it's this incredible interconnectedness that he's talking about.
So it's like, it's not just, us getting along on a human level. It's about reflecting the very nature of God in our relationships with one another.
Precisely.
It's all so interconnected.
It really is.
Yeah.
And running through it all like a golden thread is love.
Yeah, it really jumps out at you in this passage. It's not just like an abstract idea here. It's almost like a force.
A force. Yes, that's a great way to put it. And it starts, the passage tells us, with God's love for Jesus.
Which is, obviously huge.
Oh, absolutely. It's a love so profound that it existed before creation even. We see that in verse 24.
Wow, okay.
And then Jesus's love for his followers flows directly from that. It's a continuation, a sharing of that divine love.
Wow.
And he doesn't stop there.
Okay.
He connects this unity to the world believing in him.
Okay, so there's a purpose to this. It's not just like an internal church thing.
Exactly. It's not just about believers getting along for the sake of getting along.
Right.
This unity has a missional purpose. It's meant to be a visible, tangible testament to the world that Jesus was sent by God.
So it's like it's a witness.
It's a witness. Think about the early church. Their love and unity were so radical, so countercultural, that it drew people to them.
Yeah, it's like you want to be part of that.
Exactly.
Okay, so we see this kind of unity on display. Now, there's a lot more in this passage. I mean, he talks about seeing his glory. It gets very, powerful and emotional toward the end.
It does, and it connects this idea of unity to our eternal destiny. We're invited into this incredible, intimate relationship with both Jesus and God, sharing in their glory. And this isn't about like fame or recognition, like we often think of it today.
Right, right.
It's about reflecting God's character, his purpose, and by sharing this glory, he's further connecting his followers to himself and to his mission. And it's like Jesus is pulling back the curtain and giving us a glimpse of the incredible future that awaits those united in him. It's a future where we experience the fullness of God's love, presence, and purpose. It's a future where we are completely known and completely loved. It's a glimpse into the eternal hope offered to believers.
This makes me think about how we interact within our own communities. And I think this passage offers a powerful perspective. When we grasp the depth of unity Jesus is talking about here, it challenges us to examine our own relationships, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Are we reflecting this kind of unity? Are we living in a way that points to the reality of Jesus and his love for the world?
Such a powerful question.
It really is.
And that's what we want people to wrestle with.
Absolutely.
So until next time.
Keep diving.